Good morning and welcome to today's Facecast. We are in the New Testament, 2 Corinthians chapter 9. So that's the second letter that St. Paul has written to the church in Corinth, in the fifth chapter, verse 9. So we make it our goal to please him, whether we are at home in the body or away from it. What has Paul been talking about there? We make it our goal to please him, whether we're at home in the body or away from it. He is often talking about whether we are being ourselves in our human body, our human condition, surrounded by all that stuff that goes on around us, or whether we are living spiritually in tune with what Jesus would want for us, either at home in the body or at home with Christ. And the role of the Christian, the purpose of our Christian lives, is to live in this world in which we are born and live, but also to live as if we are part of God's world. So there can be a tension for us, a tension which means it can be difficult to live the Christian life. Do we need all that tension, all that hard work? Well, sometimes we do have to put some effort into life, don't we? We do have to make sure that we've provided for those around us. We have to make sure that we have done the right thing and are continuing to do the right thing. So living the Christian life is part of that tension. It can be an enjoyable tension at times too. That we live the right life because it is the right life to live, if that doesn't sound too obtuse. That we do the right things because we know they are the right things and we should be doing them. Now, most of us do that most of the time. Most of us live right lives most of the time. A lot of us have forgotten why we're living those right lives the way that we are. We're living them because that's what's come down to us through our Christian heritage from generation after generation before us over the past 2,000 years. We, in Britain, are a country steeped in a Christian heritage. That's why most people don't go to church, strangely. They don't go to church not because they are anti-God. Most people don't give God a second thought. Most people don't go to church because they just don't see the need for it. Why? Because they're already living a good life. Thank you very much. We are so steeped in a Christian heritage. We have such a good life here on earth that we really don't feel the need for the Christian life. But that's the whole reason why we should pursue the Christian life, because it is so valuable and so important. And what Paul is talking about here is whether he's at home in himself, or whether he's at home as he's living that Christian life, the two things are the one thing to him. He has become so steeped in it, so used to it, so regularized by it, that he can't separate the two. He's at home wherever he is. In fact, he can't leave home without taking God with him, because God is in his heart, in his very being. And when we get to that stage in life, that the things that we believe in by faith are so strong within us, so committed are we to them, that we can't separate one from the other, then we're a whole person. Without that, we can be a divided person. We can be a person who is one thing at home and another thing at work. We can be one person with our friends, but another person with our husband or wife. We can be a divided person, falling this way or that way, depending upon how the wind is blowing and who we're surrounded by. Paul is saying he can't leave home without taking God with him. God is everything to him because of his relationship with Jesus. Plenty for us to think on there. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.